going over what we did in class on the first day of class, January 21st. So, the gist of it is we first had an introduction to the text that is currently the homework. Next, we had an introduction to course concepts and discussions, kind of getting ready for this semester. And the last part was diagnostic writing. So I'm going to talk a little bit about each activity and some of the motivation for doing these different activities. So first, an introduction to the text, what we did is we watched some clips that are connected to the ideas. So the text that we're reading is Alexandra Sifferlin's Let's Move, but Not with Shaq and Beyonce. So we watched some clips that showed examples of the commercial campaign that Sifferlin is explicitly writing against, and also some of the other advertisements that feature specifically Beyonce, as well as a commercial that features Beyonce drinking a sugary beverage, going against some of the core tenets, the core values of the Let's Move campaign that she purported to endorse. So we watched those clips to kind of get some ideas about what we might be encountering in the reading, and I posted those clips on Blackboard, so you can go on Blackboard and watch them as many times as you'd like if you'd like to check those out. You can also see what else is recommended and better understand what the campaign was all about. Also, we wrote down and gave some context of the article. So we did the first page of the reading packet. So that means we talked about the author, the audience, as well as the larger conversation a little bit, so that when we're reading the article, we understand a little bit about why it's being written and some of the motivation and what else is happening at the time. And also, I distributed the reading packet that is the homework that's due on Tuesday. So if you're finished that reading packet, come ready to discuss the ideas from that article, then we can work on those ideas together. We lay that foundation of knowing about the article so that we can have more interesting discussions, and you can be ready to write about it when it comes time for the first paper and also for the midterm. All right, the next thing we did is we had an introduction to course concepts and discussion. So I did this second, not first, because I thought this was really important. I knew some people would be coming in late, so I wanted as many people to be there as possible. So I distributed the syllabus. I didn't talk about it too much, but there is a syllabus quiz on Blackboard, so that way you can kind of take the time you need to go through the ideas, read it at your own pace, go over the things a little more in depth that you might not understand as much. And we explored 3 questions through polling and discussion. So I have the questions here. I don't have the different responses, but that were given because these were multiple choice questions. But if you weren't in class or you want to know the text of those questions, just let me know and I can give that to you. So the first question being, thinking about what you want to get out of your college education in this course, which of the following is most important to you? So the 3 different answers were at the level of facts, then learning processes that you can use in unique situations, and then the third answer was using learning different skills that you can use in other areas of your life. So it was really great to learn some more about you and hear your responses to that. And then also I asked the question, agree or disagree? It is possible to produce writing that is 100% objective. So we got to discuss that. And then the last one is, what is your instructor's area of expertise? So my area of expertise. So thinking about that, I put down 3 different suggestions, well, technically 4 different suggestions, because the first one was reading and writing, the second one was research, and the third one was about, said that my area of expertise is the content of this course. So the news media that we'll be doing in Unit 3, advertising that we're doing right now, and the second unit will be on corporate responsibility. So that's my area of expertise. I also put, I don't know. So again, people hadn't really met me, so it's just kind of an opportunity to sort of guess. And I am going to reveal here that my expertise is primarily in reading and writing. So I have the most expertise in the pedagogy, the learning science behind teaching those processes. And I also do have some expertise in research. So I will be guiding you through some research projects throughout the semester. I do not have expertise in the content of this course, but I do know about it. I do like engaging on it, and I'm excited to talk about it with you. And I hope you'll bring your opinions and what you know about these. And the idea is that we're going to be using critical thinking so that even though we're not experts in this area, in these areas of news media, of advertising, we can bring our critical thinking skills and find out who the experts are and use their ideas in this class. So those were some of the things that we discussed, sort of learning a little bit more about the course and kind of thinking about where our head's at for this semester. The last thing was diagnostic writing. So I gave a short writing a couple questions that I asked students to write about. And based on the content, I'm hoping that I can learn a little bit more about you and get ideas for the semester, learn what your goals are, learn a little bit more about you. And then also, from the writing level, so your grammar, your spelling, things like that, I can confirm that you're ready for Linguistics 200, and I can also observe the strengths and weaknesses of the class and have that shape the content of the course. So if there's a certain grammar point or there's a certain rhetorical area where I notice that students are maybe having a little more trouble with, then what I can do is I can focus my areas on that. And if I see areas where students are really strong, then maybe I don't have to go over that as much, or I can have those students help the ones who might be struggling. So there is a reason for having to do the diagnostic writing, not just to take up class time. That was the attendance for the day. So if you weren't in class and you want to make up those attendance points, make an appointment with me or come to my office hours and do that diagnostic writing. I'll give you the questions then and there so that way you can give those responses, and I have that insight into your writing level and also a little bit more about your learning and your goals. All right, so that's what we did in class on January 24th, the very first day of class.